Hi, this is Jeremy Moskowitz, and in the Quick Start video, you saw us create a GPO, edit it, save it as a file, and then hand upload it to PolicyPak Cloud. I'm going to show you a little bit faster way to do that right now. So, for instance, if I were to have a GPO here called GPO test, oops, GPO test 123. Okay, so in this new fresh GPO, maybe I want to create a variety of settings. It doesn't matter what they are for this purpose, but I'm going to kind of go through three categories of features. So for instance, let's start off with a group policy preference item. Let's say you wanted to create a quick shortcut item here. You can right click new shortcut, and we're going to create a URL on the desktop, and I'm just going to call this www.123.com. Okay. What's interesting about the way group policy preferences works and the way that also PolicyPak works is that the items are actually stored underneath the hood as XML. So you can see this if you right click and go to all tasks, display XML. But actually, spoiler alert, this is the wrong way to do it. So I'm showing you the wrong way first. So you can't look at it inside Internet Explorer. The technique I'm about to show you won't work that way. What you'll need to do, as we saw in previous videos, is you just simply need to drag and drop it to the desktop. So you can just either drag and drop it here. Okay, that's choice number one. And choice number two is you can use the preferences wizard here, and you can also export it basically does the exact same thing. We'll export the same thing for you. Once you have it, you can right click and open with Notepad, and now here's what I call kind of speed dialing your way into it. You can take this stuff, copy it, and let's go to PolicyPak Cloud, and let me show you how quickly you can get this in there. If you go to XML data files now, okay, you can do what's called upload an XML data file, but it's not just upload, okay? You can literally go right here and you can paste in your item, okay? So you kind of get out of the business of having to save it and then upload it. You can just edit it and paste it. So now you can call this GPpref desktop shortcut, all right? And now you're done. You've now got that puppy locked and loaded in PolicyPak Cloud. So that's a really quick way of getting it in there. Let me go through another one or two just so you're on the same page with us. If you wanted to do an admin template setting, if you wanted to have a collection first, and inside the collection you wanted to add a new policy here, that's totally fine. You can go ahead and select, one or more items, whatever the heck this thing does. Doesn't really matter for the purposes of this talk. And if we want to do this other guy here, all right, go ahead and click OK. I got to hit enabled here. All right. Click close. All right, so you can take this collection. Here's a little bit of magic, and you can view as XML in Notepad. Aha! So you can take this stuff, copy it, go back to PolicyPak Cloud, and when you upload an XML data file, you can just bang, paste it in, and you can give it a new name like pp test 123. Okay, and that's kind of the speed dial way of getting it in there. And now that becomes a new policy. The couple other areas that you may need to do this for, again, that will work for just about all the PolicyPak areas. The other kinds of things you may need to do this for would be for security settings. Okay, so if you're going to go to security land and do something in Windows security settings, and I'll make some change here. It doesn't really matter what it is for the purposes of our little chat here together. So I'll go ahead and make some change here. You will need to still export this thing as inside the wizard. So you'll have to go to now the computer side, PolicyPak, Security Settings Manager, and this wizard is going to help you export that to something you can use. So we'll go click on Export Wizard, and there are those settings we just did together. I'm going to click Next, Next, Next. I'm going to just plunk it right on the desktop here, right on the desktop. I'll call this sec out 1. Okay, now that that's saved to the desktop, we can avoid having to directly upload it. We're just going to click Open with Notepad, copy this whole thing, then we're going to go back to PolicyPak Cloud, upload a new XML data file, bang, just paste it right in, and now this is ppsec, awesome settings. All right. All right. The only other one that's a little bit weird, okay, the only one that's a little bit weird is Application Settings Manager. Application Settings Manager is a little bit different. For that one guy, for Application Settings Manager, which you'll have to know, it just kind of lives in a slightly different place. So let's say you had some Firefox settings here, and you wanted to change this to www.abc.com, whatever it is. All right, so you've made your settings change. You now have to know to right-click and export settings to XML data file. And when you do that, if we call this pp Firefox export 1, all right, I can just find that file, right-click, open with, Notepad, and copy this whole puppy into upload a new XML data file, and paste, and bang, we see what it is right there, ppam, Firefox 23 and later. Okay, and that's it. So I call this the speed dial method. Just remember, the important part about this is that you can't be looking at the XML in Internet Explorer or some browser before you paste it in. You have to be using Notepad, and then you can get it there. The original upload method still works. If you want to, click on a file to add and click, go ahead and find it and upload it, that's fine. But I actually prefer this little speed dial method. I find that it's actually a significant bit faster. Hope this new techniques helps you out and you're ready to get started real soon. Thanks so very much.